If you have been following this series from the beginning, congratulations. You have now completed the first phase of Learn French like a child. And today, we are going to put everything you have learned so far together. But first, if this is your first time watching the series, let me quickly explain how it works. This series helps you learn French naturally, through pictures, context, and repetition, without translating every single word into your first language. Think about how you learned your first language. You listened, you watched, you connected what you heard with what you saw, and gradually you started to understand. You did not begin with a dictionary. You did not memorize endless lists of vocabulary. You understood meaning from the world around you, and that is exactly the idea behind this series. When you watch an episode for the first time, look carefully at the pictures and try to understand the French through what you see. Don't worry if you don't understand everything immediately. Watch it again. This time, turn the sound off and read the French captions aloud yourself. Then listen again and compare your pronunciation with the pronunciation in the video. Finally, watch the pictures and try to describe them yourself, without looking at the words on the screen. And remember, the episodes are connected. Each episode uses words and structures that you have already seen and slowly adds something new. We have just finished Phase 1 of Level 0, Absolute Beginner. Phase 1 was called Establishing Meaning. The goal was very simple. Before we can build longer sentences in French, we need a small number of words that we understand immediately. Not because we memorize their English translations, but because we have seen them used again and again. During these first 5 episodes, you learned how to identify people and objects. You learned how to say where something is. You learned words such as here, over there, on, under, in front of, and behind. And you learned how to say that somebody has something. All of this was introduced through images. But this video is going to be a little different. Until now, I have deliberately avoided translating the French. Today we are going to use English. But there is an important reason for that. The translation comes after you have already experienced the French through pictures. English is not going to teach you the meaning. It is simply going to confirm the meaning you should already be starting to understand. We are going to review all 5 episodes of Phase 1. For each episode, we will first look at the important French words and expressions and see what they mean in English. Then we will go through every sentence again and translate it. And here is a little challenge. Whenever you see a French sentence, try to understand it before the English translation appears. Don't translate word by word in your head, look at the picture, listen to the French, understand the idea. Then use the English translation to check whether you were right. Ready? Let's review everything you learned in Phase 1. We started with 4 people, a man, a woman, a boy, and a girl. And now let's review the sentences. Try to understand the French first.
C'est un homme.
This is a man.
C'est une femme.
This is a woman.
C'est un garçon.
This is a boy.
C'est une fille.
This is a girl.
C'est un homme et une femme.
This is a man and a woman.
C'est un garçon et une fille.
This is a boy and a girl. Now the people change position, but the language stays the same.
C'est une femme.
This is a woman.
C'est un garçon.
This is a boy.
C'est un homme.
This is a man.
C'est une fille.
This is a girl.
C'est un homme et un garçon.
This is a man and a boy.
C'est une femme et une fille.
This is a woman and a girl. Good. You can now identify the 4 people in French. Let's continue. In episode 2, we kept the same people, but instead of changing the people, we changed where they were. Notice something important. French nouns have grammatical gender. That is why il can sometimes mean he, but it can also mean it. And elle can mean she, but it can also mean it. You will see that more clearly later. For now, let's review.
C'est un homme. L'homme est ici.
The man is here.
C'est une femme. La femme est là-bas.
The woman is over there.
Le garçon est ici.
The boy is here.
La fille est là-bas.
The girl is over there. Now we reverse the positions.
L'homme est là-bas.
The man is over there.
La femme est ici.
The woman is here.
Le garçon est là-bas.
The boy is over there.
La fille est ici.
The girl is here.
C'est un homme et une femme.
And now we replace the person with a pronoun.
L'homme est ici.
The man is here.
Il est ici.
He is here.
La femme est là-bas.
The woman is over there.
Elle est là-bas.
She is over there.
Le garçon est ici.
The boy is here.
Il est ici.
He is here.
La fille est là-bas.
The girl is over there.
Elle est là-bas.
She is over there. Excellent. We now know who the people are and whether they are here or over there. So let's add some objects. Episode 3 introduced 6 objects. You already knew c'est, le, la, est, ici, là-bas, il, and elle. So now we simply combine old language with new objects.
C'est un livre.
This is a book.
C'est un sac.
This is a bag.
C'est une table.
This is a table.
C'est une chaise.
This is a chair.
C'est un verre.
This is a glass.
C'est une bouteille.
This is a bottle. Now we place those objects near or far away.
Le livre est ici.
The book is here.
Le sac est là-bas.
The bag is over there.
La table est ici.
The table is here.
La chaise est là-bas.
The chair is over there.
Le verre est ici.
The glass is here.
La bouteille est là-bas.
The bottle is over there. Now watch what happens with the pronouns.
Le livre est ici.
The book is here.
Il est ici.
It is here.
Le sac est là-bas.
The bag is over there.
Il est là-bas.
It is over there.
La table est ici.
The table is here.
Elle est ici.
It is here.
La chaise est là-bas.
The chair is over there.
Elle est là-bas.
It is over there.
Le verre est ici.
The glass is here.
Il est ici.
It is here.
La bouteille est là-bas.
The bottle is over there.
Elle est là-bas.
It is over there. Now you can see why il and elle don't always mean he and she. They can also replace objects. That is something you did not need a grammar explanation to discover. You saw it happening, and that is exactly how this series is designed to work. Now we knew people, we knew objects, and we knew ici and là-bas. So episode 4 allowed us to describe positions much more precisely. Let's see them in context.
C'est un livre.
This is a book.
Le livre est sur la table.
The book is on the table.
Il est sur la table.
It is on the table.
Le livre est sous la table.
The book is under the table.
Le livre est dans le sac.
The book is in the bag. Now we change the object.
Le sac est sur la table.
The bag is on the table.
Le sac est sous la table.
The bag is under the table.
Le sac est sur la chaise.
The bag is on the chair. Now let's use people to understand 2 more positions.
L'homme est devant la table.
The man is in front of the table.
Le garçon est derrière la table.
The boy is behind the table.
La femme est devant la chaise.
The woman is in front of the chair.
La fille est derrière la chaise.
The girl is behind the chair. Now back to the objects.
Le verre est sur la table.
The glass is on the table.
C'est une bouteille.
This is a bottle.
La bouteille est sous la table.
The bottle is under the table.
Elle est sous la table.
It is under the table.
Le verre est devant la bouteille.
The glass is in front of the bottle.
La bouteille est derrière le verre.
The bottle is behind the glass.
Le livre est dans le sac.
The book is in the bag.
Le sac est sous la chaise.
The bag is under the chair. And finally, we started combining two pieces of information.
Le livre est dans le sac et le sac est sous la chaise.
The book is in the bag and the bag is under the chair. Notice how much more information you can already understand. At the beginning, we simply said, c'est un livre. This is a book. Now we can say, le livre est dans le sac et le sac est sous la chaise. The book is in the bag and the bag is under the chair. We are already starting to build meaning, and there is one final element to add, possession. In episode 5, the people began possessing or holding objects, and for that, we introduced one very important new building block. You've probably noticed that this is a very small word, but it allows us to create many new combinations using vocabulary that we already know. Let's review.
L'homme a un livre.
The man has a book. Now replace the people with pronouns.
Il a un livre.
He has a book.
La femme a un sac.
The woman has a bag.
Elle a un sac.
She has a bag.
Le garçon a un verre.
The boy has a glass.
Il a un verre.
He has a glass.
La fille a une bouteille.
The girl has a bottle.
Elle a une bouteille.
She has a bottle. Now let's exchange the objects.
L'homme a un sac.
The man has a bag.
La femme a un livre.
The woman has a book.
Le garçon a une bouteille.
The boy has a bottle.
La fille a un verre.
The girl has a glass. Now we combine possession with location.
Le livre est ici.
The book is here.
L'homme a le livre.
The man has the book.
Le sac est là-bas.
The bag is over there.
Le sac est sur la table.
The bag is on the table.
La femme a le sac.
The woman has the bag.
Il est derrière la femme.
It is behind the woman. Here, il does not mean he. It replaces le sac, the bag. So, il est derrière la femme. It is behind the woman.
Le livre est sous la chaise.
The book is under the chair.
Il est sous la chaise.
It is under the chair.
Il est devant la chaise.
It is in front of the chair. And that completes phase 1. Think about where we started. C'est un homme, this is a man, c'est une femme, this is a woman. But with only a small number of new building blocks, we can now understand much more. L'homme a un livre. The man has a book. Le livre est dans le sac. The book is in the bag. Le sac est sous la chaise. The bag is under the chair. La femme a le sac. The woman has the bag. Il est derrière la femme. It is behind the woman. And the important thing is not simply that you know the English translations, the important thing is that when you hear le livre est sous la chaise, I want you to start seeing the image in your mind directly. A book under a chair, not French, English picture, but French picture. Direct connection between French and meaning is what we are trying to build. Before we finish, let's test that connection. I am going to say some sentences without translating them immediately. Try to picture them in your mind. La femme est ici. Did you imagine the woman here? Le garçon est là-bas. Did you imagine the boy over there? Le livre est sur la table. A book on the table? La bouteille est sous la chaise. A bottle under the chair? L'homme a un sac. The man has a bag. Le verre est devant la bouteille. The glass is in front of the bottle. If those images are beginning to appear automatically when you hear the French, then the method is working. Phase 1 was about establishing meaning. The next phase is building descriptions. Now that we have a small foundation of words that you understand, we can start combining them to describe people, objects, and situations in more detail. The sentences will gradually become richer, but the method will remain exactly the same. Pictures, context, contrast, repetition. Very small changes from one sentence to the next, and new French built from French you already understand. Step by step, we are going to make the language grow, without needing to translate everything. Before you go, I want to ask for your help. Creating this series takes a lot of time. Every episode has to be carefully structured so that new words can be understood through images, context, and repetition. The sentences have to progress in the right order. The illustrations have to match exactly what you are learning, and each new episode has to build naturally on everything that came before it. So if you want me to continue building this complete French course, please support the channel, subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, and leave a comment below. Even a short comment helps the channel grow and helps more people discover this way of learning French. And if you have completed all 5 episodes of Phase 1, write Phase 1 complete in the comments. I'd love to see how many of you are learning French with me from the very beginning. Next, Level 0, Phase 2, building descriptions. À bientôt.